All right. So our next topic for the evening is the newest episode of the Mayfair Witches. We watched it on the AMC Plus app. So if you don't have the app, it might be a little spoiler because you don't get to watch it on AMC channel until Sunday. So spoilers.
Don't miss it. I'm just gonna let you know. Don't miss it. This episode, Tessa, is so very good. I enjoyed it a lot. I can't wait to talk about it. Honestly, I cannot.
Yeah, same thing. Last week was definitely the beginning of the show finally getting to a good level. This one bumped it up a little bit more. Alexandra was a little bit better as an actress.
I think she was better overall. I feel like I wasn't annoyed by anything. She wasn't overacting too much. There was no one who she didn't seem out of place. You know, because sometimes when or everyone is acting so well and you're just in the way.
Yeah,
I didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
So I mean, this was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really, really well done. Also, it wasn't her, you know, like it picked up from where the last one left off, obviously. But I liked all the sip stuff.
Dude, that was so
that whole side story going on. Yeah. Oh man, you know, like we didn't get Lasher that much. I think we got him.
Even when he said in that hut, and he was like, "Yeah, so this is my memory. You're stuck in here with me. You're never getting out. Like, I can kill you right here. What you gonna do?" And then, but Sip was so cool because he was like, "If you wanted to kill me, you would have killed me before."
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you know. And then when everything starts to kind of go away and it's about to be erased, Sip figured out I should just, if I kill myself here, maybe I'll take a chance of me waking up. I didn't know what he was doing because I was like, "Isn't that poison? Aren't you giving yourself poison?" And he crafty like
that was a risk. Yeah, that was a risk. I was like, because even when he woke up and his friend that was there with her was like you died in the dream, you know. He's like, yeah, and just like turns around and throws up. You know, I was like, well, makes sense. You know, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Rowan didn't annoy me as much as maybe because she wasn't
the focus
that much. Yeah, she wasn't the main character of this episode. I don't know if there really was a main character. If anything, it probably was Tessa.
I would say the witches overall, the family, the Mayfair Witches overall were the main character. I mean, and you had a side story with with Sip, and you know, so I thought that was good in Lasher or whatever. But the overall, all the witches in the family were the main character, and they're kind of bringing everything together. I thought that was really cool, and we got to experience that. And you can see Rowan, who was trying to run away, get pulled back into the family. But the really interesting thing was when she felt herself get impregnated.
That was like, because when it happened, I'm like, is that what I think it was? You know, and then she sits there, I'm like, that's weird, man. This show does some weird stuff. It does some weird stuff, you know, because the whole time I'm like, did they have sex? Like, which time did they have sex? Because there was a fake time and then the real time, and then they were stuck in the house together. Like,
but then when they were sleeping in bed, the way they were sleeping in bed, I was like, he's been doing that. Yeah, that's been happening.
But yeah, that whole thing, was like she felt it. I was like, that's weird. That's not. I don't think it's creepy, but it's just like, I don't know.
But she can look inside some people's bodies to see what's going on. So I mean, that's her superpower, and so be able to see herself. That was interesting. Getting back to Lasher, where is Lasher? My first thought was that she's having a daughter, and Lasher's already. Like, he's already within you. I'm already part of you, because he puts that impression on them at birth, in the womb. He puts the impression on them.
Okay,
and that's what I feel like that's what he was. He was already thinking about the next level, the next round of witches.
Stage.
Yep.
Yeah. See, I took it as, because she's important, because she's what, the 13th. You know, that whole thing. So I'm like, so is she's her kid?
She's going to be this whole huge prophecy. So the whole prophecy is about her.
Yeah, but I was kind of thinking, I was like, is she going to give birth to the physical form of Lasher? So like, because all these women had girls and passed it down. Is she the one that has the boy, and the boy is the physical incarnation of Lasher? Like Lasher, literally the devil is being born into the world. That's what I thought. Maybe that would be interesting. That would be cool. Because then that's weird.
I like that.
That's what I thought. Especially when he said, he goes, "I'm a part of her." I was like, okay, because obviously
he said he was always a part of her, and that's why that's why I kind of thought. But then when Lasher said in the hut, he said, "You were no longer needed." So it means Sip was needed for this baby. For this baby to happen. Why would Lasher care that much about having that baby unless it was for him?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's wild. That is
because
wild.
Because is she having a baby with a person who also has powers? So now she's a witch having a baby with somebody who has powers.
A seer, whoever.
A seer, whatever it's called. So like, I mean, this is gonna be one powerful baby. So but if they go the route of being another girl, that'll be cool too. I think they can obviously do a bunch of cool stuff with that. Maybe that would, but
that's really interesting because you know what, it's giving me Charmed vibes with that. Because it was all those girls, the line of women, and then the boy. And this boy is not the most powerful being not because he's a boy, but because it's a white lighter along with a witch. And now what we have a seer along with this Mayfair Witches, who's like the strongest line of witches ever.
Yeah.
Now you're special, but now I never know what Lasher is. Is he a demon?
Yeah.
We never got into the story of what he actually is. So that's interesting. Or is he a man that was cast away long before and latched on? He's like a leech in some type of way.
I mean, he's been called the devil, too. Like, is he the actual devil? I mean, there's that. There we go. Yeah, I think you're onto something there. That would be cool. That would be really cool because they're talking about prophecy and this and that, and that'd be.
Is it right? Is it true? Is he on a mission to break free? That's all he's been doing for this line of women.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Because 13 has the whole it's the unlucky, unholy number, whatever you want to call it.
Doesn't it also completion?
Completion.
So that's what it's like. All of a sudden, they're completed, done, and now I can escape.
Yeah,
I've been using these women. I've been doing their bidding for all this time for me to get to the point where I can break free and be my own person again, or be reborn.
Like I said, I don't know anything about this universe at all. All I know is I bought my mom the books because she likes Anne Rice, and I know there is a book called Lasher. Like he has his own
story.
Book. Yeah. So I wonder if they're gonna do something like what Interview is doing, and Lestat is gonna eventually get his side of the story told, and the whole Lestat stuff. I wonder if that's gonna be the same with Lasher. You know what I mean? Because right now Lasher is super cool, and I just feel he's just not. He's not even a side character. He's just kind of a thing that pops in and out every so often that people talk about. But him as a character is not really there enough.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, did you see how Cortland reacted when he found out that she was pregnant?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, something's going on with it. Something's going on with this fetus. And what do you think she's gonna do? Like she came in, she was supposed to wait. They said all the witches, we're gonna go in together so there's no bloodshed.
Yeah.
She couldn't wait anymore because Tessa's gonna be burnt alive. So she went in just powers blazing, killing people.
Yeah.
I have a problem
camera.
with you. Man, not caring.
It was like, come on.
And she's just like, dead. Like, but why would you not kill all of them? I don't understand. Why would you let the nerdy dude run away? No, kill him too. Like, you caused the fact that Tessa dies because of you. Bad decision making.
Yeah. If you're gonna do it, exactly. What I mean? Like, oh, I killed 4 out of 5. You like, no,
you'll be fine. You're free to go get a gun.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, I know it had to set up the stuff. We've got Victorious. What is up, Martin?
What up, Martin?
So we're on Twitch. What's going on, man? right now we're talking Mayfair Witches, and then we'll get into some other trailers. But yeah, man, this episode was really good. The way it ended was she is gonna F some shit up next episode. She is going to.
But she has so many stupid decisions. But what I'm hoping is it's not going to be as straightforward as we see it. I think she is going to realize maybe her what we thought. Maybe she does care about him so much that he's able to bring her back. The Sip finds where she is before she goes full Phoenix, Phoenix Force, and blows everything up. He catches her and he brings her back. He's her thing, her talisman that binds her back to this time, that binds her back to this, the people that matter here.
Not being a murderer.
But she could be a Mayfair witch and still and accept who she is, but also understand that she could be more than this whatever prophecy is, and change the storyline around and make the Mayfair witches powerful without being attached to something else. That's what I'm hoping it goes to. But that's not usually how things work.
Well, I can see that being like the big issue of season 2 is she's supposed to be this prophecy. We don't know what the prophecy is yet. We just got hinted that, but she's supposed to do something, and then Sip is gonna like, no, you don't have to do that. So I think that whole season 2 is gonna be a big battle of like, I'm destined to do this, and he's gonna pull. He's like, you're not. You choose. But I don't know. I mean, would that be more of the same of season 1? Because all of season 1 is like, oh no, you're supposed to be. So it might be too much the same.
The real question is, does Sip live?
Yeah.
That's the. I don't know.
At least for now.
I think because there's only one more episode, guys. I mean, this is it. So this is next week is episode 8. That's the end of the season. Yeah. So does Sip survive this? And if he does, then we're not going to get a season 2 of Mayfair Witches. This is going to be the second story. I feel like he can stop it right here, right now. How powerful does she become? Does she wise up? Does she realize the Lasher is not the person that she needs to turn to? Does she realize he's the one who caused all these problems and caused Tessa to die because of what he set in motion? He's the one allowing this stuff to happen. Was she wising up enough time? I don't know, but I know I'm ready to find out because this is very interesting, very compelling, and I'm glad we're going to a season finale that matters.
Yeah, that I'm actually looking forward to. I'm actually really curious to see how they end this season. You know what I mean? Like it's very rare too, especially with with Interview, it was great. I thought it was a great ending to that season, but
it was perfect.
You already knew it was going to be happy. You already knew it was going to be a great ending because it was a great show. This, it took a while. It took a while.
We had some ups and downs. We have some lulls. We had some parts where the story just doesn't make sense, and we haven't had the greatest acting. But when the chips are down, and I'm talking about this show as of right now, if they stick the landing, then I'm going to say this is a very good show, and I'm going to be interested in this. It's a whole Anne Rice universe. I think they're going to do a good job, but they have to stick the landing. It matters.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying they would like to see Lestat in the finale. I think that might be, it'd be cool, but I think it'd be a little too distracting. It'll pull away from what they're trying to do, I think. But right now, I think she's gonna go full crazy, like Scarlet Witch, whatever, style. But I think then as she finishes up and like she's full powered and all that, then Sip comes in and is like, what did you do? And then season 2,
can Ciprian bring her back? Ciprian, can he bring her? Can his love? Because he can acknowledge that he loves her. Can his love bring her back? Can it be the thing that harnesses and pulls her into this, to reality and understanding what's good and what's bad, and he's her moral compass? That's the question. But in a show called Mayfair Witches, I don't know if they're going to rely on a man to be someone's moral compass. That's true. Just saying.
Yeah, and Xavier says, I fear Sip might might not make it out of this season as well. Maybe they will surprise us. I don't know. Right now, he's the one I'm more curious about, because I think he knows more info now about a little bit more backstory of Lasher, because he saw the memory and all that stuff. So at least he saw how it started. I don't think he still doesn't fully know, but
I did find it interesting that once again in that hut, there was two men that obviously cared about the future of Rowan, but trying to decide that future without her input.
Yeah.
That's as a man who's been married for almost 11 years. That's not a good idea. I'm just saying.
That's true. Yeah, we've seen that that happen on. We've seen that happen in other kind of shows. That trope, where like the dad versus the husband, and like neither of you own me. I do what I want, kind of thing. We might see something like that. With like two lovers, and they're both fighting for her, and she's like, whoa, like.
Yeah, exactly. I decide what's going to happen. So I mean, but isn't this is a lot more. 3 episodes ago, I was like, ugh. Now I'm like,
that's probably the best way to put it. Yeah. 3 episodes ago, even like 2 episodes ago, I was just like, okay, like they're getting a little trippy with the house thing. And then the last episode was really good. So the last episode was it for me. But yeah, just
what do you think about the fact that Lasher said you made a bad decision coming back, but you were always drawn to this house, even when you're little.
Yeah,
walking by, you always had to look up and you had to wonder what's going on here. Like, is he connected to this prophecy? Is it because he's connected and he has these powers? Is that possible that he's changing the prophecy because it wasn't supposed to be him?
Oh, wasn't supposed to be Sip?
Yeah, I mean, because he was going to die before. I mean, he made a decision as a little kid, but he decided not to die. So I'm just saying, is it possible that Sip can change it?
He's the gear in the wrench, or the wrench in the gears. There you go.
And just throws a wrench in there. Or is it Rowan, who is obviously a brilliant person who hasn't shown her brilliance in the shows yet, finally outthinks Lasher. And this has all been a plan. My favorite part of the whole interview with the vampire was Claudia outthinking Lestat. So this is that opportunity for for Rowan to outthink Lasher and show how formidable she already is.
Yeah,
and everyone's underestimated her from the beginning, but no, I'm a formidable woman. I'm not just that. I'm the leader of this Mayfair Witches. This is what I am. This is what I'm going to be. That would be awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing that either.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Because like you said, she needs to show off she's a smart person. She's a doctor, neurosurgeon. Like she's smart. But I know I said it from episode 1. It's like she is the dumbest smart person I've seen on TV. It's like like eventually we need to see the smart kind of come out. But maybe they did that on purpose too. It's like is she only a neurosurgeon because of her powers, not because she's smart? It's just because she's.
But she never knew she had those powers until later, until this recent year. So she was smart from the beginning. So eventually, maybe she realizes that she's more than her powers, and now she's able to,
Well, they brought that up in the last episode when the old lady who initiated the transference or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
So she's like, you might not be a doctor anymore. Your power might have been that. And then it kind of pissed her off. She goes, no, I did that myself. And they're like, did you though? Like, and then I think it made her think. She's like, oh shit, like, was it the power? And I just thought it was me the whole time. It was the power inside me.
She was like, it wasn't though.
Yeah.
That was interesting. But
we got something new. Dirty Vegas, what's up? I think it's the first time seeing you here. Said those other witches this episode let her know they didn't like her. Oh yeah,
no, that most definitely. And they're pissed off that she was supposed to be the one thing that holds on the houses, and you're supposed to be the leader, and you gave up on us, so we don't need you here, you know. But when they realize that that she cares, maybe they bring her in, or maybe they're using her too because now they know that she's pregnant, and then that means something because they know what the prophecy is, and she doesn't.
Yeah, like everyone's in on it except for her, kind of thing. But yeah, they right off the bat, like, she opened the door and like, what do you want? Where before they're like, oh yes, come in. They like treated her like
that's because it was her house,
like royalty. Yeah,
it was her house. And then now it's no longer your house. So what you want, lady? You said you leaving. We gave you 2 fingers. Let's go.
yeah. They just kind of like, hey, And then then she gave that smart ass answer. They're like, well, you said you wanted to talk to him, even though last night you said you never want to see him again. They're like, well, what did you want to ask? She's like, that's not important. Like, what? It's important enough for you to go back on your word within like a day. It was like, so it must be important. So
I agree.
Yeah. So and they're not stupid. I think the other family know.
They've been there for a long time. So and the whole everyone's whispering around it. They know what's going on. They know she's pregnant, and they know more about the prophecy. And I think that's what Rowan's going to find out how much the prophecy matters to her in the next episode. And does she have to follow it, or can she choose a different path? And the question is, does Sip survive that choice?
Yeah. I hope he does. I hope he does, because he's been one of the best things out of the show from the beginning. I thought as soon as they introduced him, I was always curious about his character and his motives and his secret agency he works for.
That's the one thing we didn't talk about: the fact that the agency set up Sip and say like, "Oh, we already kind of know about Lasher. We're here to observe," even though he's like totally in bed with Cortland. I got him. Don't worry about it. What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. This is so crazy.
But it just goes like how powerful that family is. They got the supernatural cops in their pocket. You know what I mean? So it's like, so make a phone call like, hey, fix this. And I got you. So
but that's gonna be interesting. And we were supposed to observe, but Sip put himself in the middle of the story. So when you place yourself in the middle of the story, maybe you matter more, or maybe you gotta go.
Yeah. Could be. Like you said, he's done with them.
One last thing I want to say is Tessa. It was interesting. She didn't die until she took off the necklace.
I was thinking about that too after we watched it, or after I watched it. I was like, so I was like, was she protected enough? We're like, I'll let you get beat up because I don't like you, but technically I can't let you die.
Or he was holding on to it, not make sure she doesn't die, and for the right second to make sure he brings in Rowan more.
Yeah.
So
the big thing I thought too was the family. The family's gonna blame her. They're like, wait, why do you have that necklace on? She had it. So, and then as soon as she took it off, she died. I think that family might start questioning stuff like that. And it's like, and then I told you to wait. You went in here killing everybody. She's gonna be. If the family already don't like her, which they don't, they're really not going to like her next, because it's like, well, it's your fault why she's dead. It's your fault why you didn't do your job as the family leader. Like, they're going to be so pissed off at her,
But it might be better for her, honestly. If they don't like her, they could bring her back to reality and realize and drive her. Once again, when the family was the problem, when she couldn't trust anyone else, she ran to Sip.
Yeah.
So once again, she's in a place where she can't trust anyone else, this is her opportunity to go ahead and run the Sip again.
Go back to him.
So I don't know. I'm hoping that he lives, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I like I said, I hope he does live. I think he still has a lot of story to tell. But if he dies, it is what it is. But I'm hoping he doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, he's skated death so many times. You hope that he can at least get some goodness out of this.
Yeah. I want to see more of what he does, because he's the only one that's really standing up to Lasher.
Everybody. But he's standing
everybody. Yeah.
To his boss, to Lasher, to all the people that are trying to help him or not help him, to her family. He's the only one standing up to her, to Rowan. He's the only one. No, I'll give you a hug. Yes, I love you. Take it off. Give it to me. I got it.
Yeah.
He's the only one that stands up to her.
He's the only good guy in the story so far.
Exactly.
The only good guy. Rowan's too stupid or too manipulated with the family and Lasher. He's like, Sip is the only good guy in the show so far. So, and he's been he's the main reason why I kept watching even during the boring parts, is because he was interesting.
His story is interesting. Exactly.
Yeah.
And what does it mean? Does his sister, kind of come back into play for this last episode? There's so many unanswered questions that I can't wait to see.
Mm-hmm.
They got me. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta say, the first time all season long, I'm really excited for the next episode. Really excited for the next episode. Because stuff is definitely gonna go down. Like, it's gonna be crazy. But cool, man. Anything else? I think it's a good spot to end it in the conversation with that one, at least.
Yeah, I think we hit all the points. I just want to know what everyone else thinks, but I can't wait to see it. I mean, this is going to be awesome. Hopefully, you've already seen this episode. If you haven't, hopefully, what is your appetite to really watch it? Because it's good. It's very good.
Yeah, it's a good one. But cool. Appreciate everyone in chat. We got Xavier, appreciate you. Martin came and said hello. Dirty Vegas, I think this is the first time seeing you here, so we appreciate you coming and saying hi. If you want, hit that sub button. We're here talking about Mayfair Witches, Interview with the Vampire. When that all comes back, we're gonna keep talking about that. So we talk about a bunch of other stuff as well.
The vampire list that. Come on, let's all come together. We need that. We need that.
I cannot wait. So yeah, we're gonna. This Immoral universe is pretty good. I'm
enjoying it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But that's it for this episode review. If you're live, stick around. We're gonna watch a couple more trailers and hang out for a little bit. If you're watching our replay, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate everyone coming in and leaving a comment, letting us know your thoughts on this episode and the series so far. And make sure you hit that sub button. Like I said, we're on our way to 1,000 subs, so that's our goal for 2023. So and you can come in and join us live and be part of the conversation, be part of the show. So. And but appreciate you guys. But we are going to talk about another topic.